Good morning. It's that time of day. I'm very sleepy this morning. I was up till 11 talking to someone, and I'm just, after another full day. Come on, Mr. Bear, let's do this wonder. So yeah, it was a good night's sleep. Woke up about 5:30. Me and Bat snuggled up. Had a morning's ponder and reflection before I decided to start the day. Today's going to be a different day. I mean, every day is different, isn't it? But today is different in the way that, it's going to be full on. I've got a lot of things to do. Usually it's about the animals and just about being, but today I'm tuning in to myself fully, and my friend is going to be just me and Andrea, and we're just going to be chilling and taking care of each other and loving each other into the next chapters of our lives. It's quite funny really, because for those of you who followed me a while, you'll remember back when I left Simon and I ventured out. The first stop that I stopped at was Andrea's. We ended up having a day of healing and a night of singing, and it was just all so precious. And so today we're going to do again, and yesterday I managed to get some closure for something that I finished closing this morning, and I feel lighter and brighter because of it. And that yesterday's confirmation of everything and where I'm at now has been a giant blessing. And so now I have one attachment to get my head round instead of two. I'm really grateful for that. Really, really, truly grateful.
And the important thing about this fountain, this spring, is that it comes from its own nascent. So nascent in Portuguese means a birthing. So the water is born.
Amazing.
So this is the Font Batista, which you can see trickling down from the spring that's above, which is fed from a horizontal pipe without bends. It comes from a source further up. It's actually a perennial spring, which means that it doesn't run dry in summer. And I was told of this spring from a shepherd who was from Penny Garcia, and he brought his son here because of the fame of these waters to heal. And his son had a wound on his knee that would not heal. The doctor couldn't heal it. He brought him down and made him put his knee underneath the spring. And after a little while, the son didn't seem to want to take his knee away from the water. He felt drawn to keep his knee there. They were going to take the water back. They believed they were going to have to continue the treatment, but when they took it away, it had almost completely disappeared. So the story of that is a story of this healing water that comes into this pool here. So I normally would never take a bath in a place like this because it doesn't look like the cleanest water in the world. Actually, the mud underneath it has a peculiarity that my legs are going up to nearly my knees in mud. But when I take my legs out, it appears that mud doesn't stick. And the water, so look, you see my legs?
Yeah.
There's no mud on it. I'm up to my knees in mud, so how's that? Mud's dirty, sticks and makes you dirty, but this mud, I guess it may be a little bit like the Dead Sea where people go to bathe in the mud. So the mud actually, maybe it's part of the healing. I don't know. All I know is when I come out of this water that it makes the skin incredibly soft and feels very silky. So here I am. So
Swimming. Thank you.
Basically, the dog seems to come to like another level of energy.
yeah.
You know, he's 14, he's acting like a puppy. Every time he comes to this water.
What do you think, Batty? She says, I'm not going in there.
So I think that the original there's a published work from the 1700s which is called the Aquilégio, which was written by the doctor of one of the kings, King João, and it was to document at that time which of the healing fountains there were. And Monfortinho, which is now famous because of the thermal baths of Monfortinho, which people pay a lot of money to go to, in that thermal complex there, they told me about two other fountains they knew of which had the same water. One of them was the fountain we've just been to up in Monfortinho. The other one is in Penha Garcia called Fonte Simões, which is believed to heal the eyes. But in the original Aquilégio there are 6 fountains mentioned, 4 of which they know are in there. So I think this is probably one of the 6, and the other one is the Tigela, which is for the heart. This one is said, at least by the shepherd who I met, to have better waters even than Monfortinho.
Dal thinks so. He's got squishy mud and fishies and a dell.
What more could you wish for on this glorious sunny day?
It's really cool. Oh, the fish are so close, but, well, you can't see, but they're coming right up to near my hand.
See the bubbles.
So none of that water that's around you is rainwater, none of it. The water, as you can see it here, comes from that spring up there, which comes from an underground nascent, which is a birthing of water. So it comes from a subterranean source of water. So it's a subterranean, that's why it's still full.
Oh, these fish they're coming up to like eat my dead skin or something. The fish are absolutely all around me. Big fish and little fish.
Two.
That's bizarre. That's bizarre. Let him go, it's fine. He obviously wants this healing. Wait till your dad sees this, Taco.
That's the first time I've seen him do that.
Seriously. You know what's good for you, don't you, my love? He's going again. Yep, it's going again. Oh my gosh. Taco likes to swim. Michael, did you know this?
You should maybe put on your video that these waters which come from the same source as the thermal ones in Monfortini, come from a subterranean river that runs along the mountain range from Pengarcia, which is over a tectonic fault, and they take 20 years or more to actually percolate through the rocks over gold deposits which are there in Monfortini. And all of that somehow has to do with the magic of the waters.
Well, who'd have believed it?
Full. Like, amazing.
Yeah, you think it's next to a main road with lorries passing by. You associate that with pollution, and yet it's one of the most around the villages around. They know this fountain because it's perennial. It never dries.
You're going to rub it on your face?
I don't know.
Who needs to go all the way to the Dead Sea when we've got our own healing mud here?
And we keep it a secret so that
It keeps it sacred.
I've come out today and to explore the healing waters of Portugal. We've been for a bit of a swim, kind of a swim, and there's very, very famous healing waters that go back for centuries, and I've just been lay there in it, enjoying it. I'm very, very grateful for my friends and for the knowledge and for all the things left for us from our ancestors, so we can help find our own ways to heal in a natural way.